Hey everybody, this is John with TPF, Trips, Places, and Fun. And this is where we bring you cruise news, travel news, vacation news, Disney news, Branson, Missouri news, and all sorts of exciting breaking news. Today we're talking about a new press release. American Cruise Lines has announced Project Blue. What is Project Blue? All right, as we get going here, first of all, I've got to show you something my daughter made. This is Ella, and she was just kind of painting and goofing, and she thought, hey, how about this? Sub to TPF. If she can take as much time as she took to make this sub to TPF, surely we could have like, hey, let's go for another, we just reached 8,500. Let's go for another 500 in the next month. That's a lot. Another 500 subscribers in the next month. That would be amazing. And you can help make that dream come true, right? And so I'm coming to you from my studio here in Branson, Missouri, and let's talk about Project Blue. I've never heard of such a thing. What is that? American Cruise Lines, they are deploying 12 brand new ships. They're all gonna hold, I think, 109 passengers, 50 crew members. And these are ships, they call them kind of go anywhere ships, but they're going to be mainly focused on kind of close to shore destinations exclusively here in the United States. So the idea is they can cruise on up to Alaska. They can the Atlantic Intercostal Waterway, is an option. They can visit, small towns and different places, along the coast. And so they're gonna have 12 of these ships. I don't know about you guys. I love cruising, and this sounds like something fresh and something new. And it's similar to, kind of river cruising, I guess, which we've never done that. And we've thought about doing that. In fact, Amy and I were just, we were upstairs a moment ago talking about, where she said, I want to go to Europe so bad. And we were planning on our 25 anniversary European cruise when all heck broke loose, a couple of years ago. And so, of course, that had to be canceled. So no European cruise for us. But she's talking about, I want to go to Europe and I want to go see the sights. And then she actually asked me, would you stay home and watch the kids while I go by myself? I'm like, what? This is our 20. She was kidding. But this is our 25th anniversary. And so all of that is on hold. But I know something there over in Europe and different areas. You've got river cruises. And I've always wondered, how cool would that be? Would it be cool? Because, I don't know, for me being out at sea and being in the middle of nowhere and to where you can't see land and it's big and deep, and for me that's cool. But, if you're on a river and you can see everything around you and it's just a river, and making little stops along the way, would that be something fun? And they're expensive. River cruises are really expensive. I've thought, in their smaller ships, you're not going to have the amenities. And so I don't know. Have you been on a river cruise? Hey, leave some comments. Let me know. How did you like that? What was it like? What was different between a river cruise and a more typical standard cruise in the middle of the big blue sea? What's different about it? Well, the reason I bring up river cruises is because this Project Blue by American Cruise Lines seems similar to a kind of a river cruise excursion. And so, they're under construction. I think they're going to be delivered in 2023, and and I'm envisioning, they'll go along the coast and maybe stopping at Boston and stopping in New York City and then smaller towns and, West Coast. It would be super fun, but I'm just curious to where you could pretty much always see land. I think maybe the Alaska part of it, there's an Alaskan, what do they call it? The Inside Passage, I think is what it's called, the Alaska Inside Passage. And I don't know exactly where that takes you, but Alaska is absolutely stunning. It's phenomenal. I was there several years ago for the first time, and wow. I mean, not on a cruise, just I flew there, and wow. I saw a glacier, and you can't give it words. It's just magnificent. The scenery and the mountains. It's just incredible. And of course, I've seen the Rockies but there ain't nothing like what I saw in Alaska, and then the wildlife and all that. But what would it be like to go on a cruise on one of these new smaller ships, and maybe whales are jumping right next to you, and I don't know, sounds pretty awesome. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now in cruise news. Would you consider doing a cruise like this? Does this sound fun? Or kind of a small ship experience, or not? Is it something maybe you're kind of addicted to the big ships, and where there's all sorts of amenities and water slides and big theatrical productions, and you're able to go to all these amazing destinations over there in the Caribbean or wherever you're going to go. What do you think? What would an Alaskan cruise on a large ship be like versus one of these smaller ships? I don't know, but only 109 people. I guess you're going to make friends a little more easily, and it's probably a little more low key. And of course, you're not going to have all of those amenities and the big stuff that you're going to have on these monstrous ships. But yeah, so it's interesting to me. I just ran across this in the news. I'm like, let's talk about this just a little bit. I'd love to get your feedback. Amy and I both would. Is this something that you would consider doing? As always, we love the comments. Amy is the one that replies to all the comments, and so we love to interact with y'all. You can go to tpftravel.com, and there's info there. There's photography there, and you can see all the videos as well. But you're amazing. You're the reason we do this. We have fun connecting with you all. Leave some comments, subscribe, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon, super soon, maybe even tomorrow.